not just the brilliant score by Trent Reznor and Alex Strauss, but also the soundtrack of The Smiths, a band I love. I guess it's a question for everyone who would like to take it. How did you kind of inject those song choices into the movie so that we could be even closer to that subjective headspace?
I knew that I wanted to use How Soon Is Now. I love the riff on the begins that song, and I love the idea. I thought it was amusing that this was calming for something. The idea that this was his mixtape for I gotta get in a really good headspace. I really want to drop my blood pressure. I'm gonna listen to How Soon Is Now, and that kind of began that was our first step. And originally we had Joy Division and Susie and the Banshees. We had it was like Matt Pinfield's home play. So and it weirdly sort of you started to kind of go, what is he? Is he a music critic or what is he? And so we did a version where we did all Dusty Springfield. We did a version where we did Mozart. We did a version where we did just classical. We did, I don't know, I think we tried a Tony Bennett version that we did. But as songs.
Olivia Newton-John.
We did do. We did try Olivia Newton. Hasn't that ever been known? So we played around with this stuff, and then as songs would fall away or we get voted down by Trent and Atticus, it almost invariably was we took this out, but what about this charming man? And we'd be oh God, that's so funny. And it was really, I think it was Trent who kind of said, we don't get a lot of access to who this guy is, but not that he's capable of telling us who he really is anyway, because he's kind of at odds with who he is. But it's an interesting window into him, this incredibly sardonic and wry catalog.
And a lot of joy in placing all the other tracks and trying to be as cheeky as possible.
I mean, it made me really happy once he, the killer, decided, I'm not going to think about this. It's all the same playlist. It's all the same band. It's so in keeping with him, in my opinion.